If I were a pencil, I'd want to be sharp. If I were a laptop, I'd want to be useful. If I were a rainbow, I'd want to be colourful. If I were a window, I'd want to have a view. If I were a book, I'd want to be read. If I were a bag, I'd want to be stuffed. If I were a heart, I want to be filled.
It's basically taking your brain, mushing up all the amazing ideas, pouring them into a pen, and then writing. It's just a chance to let your creative juices flow, and there's not many other chances you get to do that. It hears the rain smash into the soil. It hears the clucking of a chicken. It hears the drip drop of a tap. It hears a spray can being used. It hears the fire crackling. It hears the ring of an empty glass.
Each one of you has got an individual way of seeing the world, and that's what's interesting.
My name's Emma Bynan, and I'm a travel writer and a teacher, and I'm working on Caban Sgriblio, which is a creative writing project aimed at developing pupil confidence. What I do is I give them activities that make them really look at the world again. I give them activities where they play with writing. Free writing, for example, is a very strong thing. I might bring an object like a shell or an apple, and I'll say to them, write without stopping, and the emphasis is on your what you can think of, and it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong.
Now we're going to write a poem, and I want you to feel confident that you can do it. I'm very interested in you getting used to identifying your own good writing, because that's what makes a writer, is the ability to know. And you'll know is if you remember enjoying, if you thought, oh, when I wrote that, gosh, I hadn't thought of that, that sounds really interesting. If you enjoyed writing it, we'll enjoy reading it.
What's been particularly fascinating is looking at how the people's relationships have changed, certainly with each other within the group, because that's obviously something that we would have hoped to see. But more interesting has been the wider impact in terms of feedback from subject teachers and classroom teachers who have described some of the pupils who would perhaps have been isolated in a classroom situation being more brave in terms of being prepared to share their views, or instead of working alone, actually working with a partner, or being prepared to join in with a small group.
Head off to the form room, saying hi to my friends, thinking of the school day and when it ends.
Say it slow, so like when you say like down the icy steps, say down the icy steps. Like emphasis, say.
Emphasis. Down the icy steps, close the gate behind, the cold morning breeze, the warm sunshine, the sound of cars rushing past, looking up to the sky, a friendly wave of a neighbour saying hi.
Fog coming, silent snake. It spreads its poison, seeps round every corner. A hiss but no rattle. Here, gone.
It's had a number of different impacts on different students. So some have improved their self-esteem, their confidence, their ability to perform and work with others. For some, it's developed their ability to write. For some, just their thinking skills. And for some, we've got some evidence that it may have had an impact, along with other things in school that we're doing, that it's improved things like reading ages, spelling ages.
The ice cream van. I heard the sound of a lullaby passing through my mind. The joy of the music made me fall to the ground. Children's feet tapping.
I completely love working with the pupils, and I enjoy that moment when I can see that they are synthesising the world in their own terms with their own words. I love to watch them move out of themselves and take pleasure in entertaining. It's completely addictive, and it is probably the most exciting thing I do. I do lots of other exciting things too, but this is the best.